So as I'm sure you can probably tell from the title and thumbnail, this video is about Daniel Fazio, and in honor of the video about Daniel Fazio, I'm going to go straight into the point. So the first business model that actually gave him like actual traction was a cold email agency, lead gen agency, where basically he would send emails to businesses and offer his services to generate them leads using cold email as an outbound method. After he found success with this, he had started a Twitter account called the Cold Email Wizard. You might have heard of, I mean, if you know Daniel Fazio, you know his Cold Email Wizard account, and he was able to grow it to over 100,000 followers, almost 150,000 followers, basically based on value posting alone. And at the time, he was the only person that was making content on cold email, and so that's what made him stand out a lot. So shortly after, he released a course, Cold Email Mastery, sold it for like, I don't know, a couple, maybe like 2K a pop or something like that, maybe 1,000. And he made a bank. He made bank off of this course, coupled it with Twitter. That was his only platform at the time, and he made millions and millions of dollars based off of this course. I think it's like a couple million lifetime based off of the course. So after the success of the course, I think he then decided that, oh, it might be time for me to actually start a branded, like a Twitter account with my face on it. And so he started the Twitter account. This has nothing to do with anything. It was just it was just part of the thing that I put up there. But shortly after, he also decided that also it is time for me to start posting on YouTube. And so then he started posting on YouTube. His first story was how he made $2.5 million, and then he talks about like the course and his business models and his agency and all this stuff. And so his first post on YouTube marked what I would like to call the YouTube era, the client ascension era, if you will. But basically, he started posting on YouTube, and it was there that he started pushing client ascension. So what had happened was people were telling him like, "Hey, this course is so good. Like, please, you have anything to sell? Like, please give me your time. Like, coach me. Like, I'll pay you a monthly fee or whatever to coach me." And then he started the coaching program that we all know and love today as Client Ascension. So, I mean, he posts YouTube to Client Ascension, and that is like to the today era. Now, the thing is, this is also one of the reasons why I don't like to evaluate YouTube funnels, is because inherently they're kind of boring. And it's boring because it is meant to be as simple as possible for you to buy from YouTube. Like, that is the whole purpose. And any person who gets on the camera and tells you, like, hey, like, it's this intricate, like, long-winded process, this XYZ, whatever, 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 it's so simple. It's easy. Like, at every description of every video, he puts a link to clientascension.com. And, you know, I mean, at the start, he was putting a link to internetmoney.com, but that has since been discontinued. And so he would direct people to clientascension.com, which is a VSL page and a book a call page. Like, the most complex it might get is that maybe some of the links might be trackable. So someone like Charlie Morgan, like, his links are trackable for every single video, which is actually pretty genius. So he can tell like which videos have a higher conversion rate and which ones don't, which is, like I said, pretty genius. But I don't think Daniel does that. He just does a regular VSL page and, you know, book a call, and that's it. Now, this is his client ascension page. This is .io. I think .com takes you to the VSL, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's a regular VSL and then book a call page. So this is the schedule a call button, and then the VSL, schedule a call and get pricing. So this is the regular client ascension page, and it's not too different. It just looks more nice. I believe these pages, like this page, is a ClickFunnels page, and this is just a regular website. Now, next, this is recent. He started a new offer for also under Client Ascension, I believe, but it's called Olympia, and it's basically based on ads, like how they help current agency owners who are already making 30K a month or over scale profitably with ads. And it's basically based on how he was able to scale ListKit with ads. And I mean, he just did his first, if you look back on his Cold Email Wizard, he just did his first $1 million month purely based off of ads. That's what Olympia is basically just to help people scale with ads. And it's a higher ticket offer. So client Ascension is like 10 grand for a year, I believe, which honestly, if you really think about it, is actually a great deal. And Olympia is, I believe, a $20,000 one-time fee. I don't know how long that lasts, but it's, you know, if you're looking to scale with ads, it's a good deal because he showed that he did it himself. Especially if you watch like his video, he really goes into depth and detail about it. I watched it. If you're interested, I'd encourage you to watch it as well. But nowadays, his CTA, the link in his description, has a tracking link, but it only tracks like the fact that it came from YouTube. It doesn't track like the specific video. And so also it's important to note that the links in his description for every single YouTube video are different. So all his descriptions are different. They're not all the same, which is very interesting because some people keep the links in their descriptions the same. Like me in this series that I'm doing, all the links for the most part in my description are pretty much the same. And it's normal to keep all the links the same, especially if you don't have like much to say. But he makes it different every single time. So for example, his most recent video, he has two links, which is the client Ascension link and the link of the person that he's doing the case study on. And then this other video, this is, I think the second recent video, he has just one link, and that's the link to the presentation slides. And then this video, which is another fairly recent video, he has a client Ascension link and an email list link. So like it really depends video to video, and it makes sense that he changes it, and it's actually really good that he's changing it every single time, because if you think about it, like you're not always going to be pushing your thing, like one thing every single time. Sometimes you might want to push a lead magnet. Sometimes you might want to push like a free thing, and you don't always want to push the paid, give them the balls or grab them by the you don't always want to grab them by the balls every single time. So it's really good that he's changing up the links. And in this video, which is one that's kind of recent, he posted like client Ascension, join Olympia, and his one-on-one consulting offer. So this is another offer that he has for just himself. And it's basically an hour for $1,000, or you can subscribe to the personal monthly consulting package for $4,000 every single month, which if you think about it, is actually not that bad of a deal. And this is like the Stripe page. It's literally like there's no like, oh, let me hop on a call with you and see if you're a good fit. It's like you can buy it, and if you click to buy it, it'll redirect you automatically to the Stripe page. Like he doesn't have time to waste time. And that's one of the things I love about him. Now, going on to his email list. His email list is a very important thing that he uses to primarily, number one, sell tickets to live events. Now, I highlighted a couple of things that I kind of wanted to go over in his email list, but the first one is live event tickets. So this is an event that's happening early next year. Typically, they have at least one event every single year, and that's the client Ascension networking event. But this time it seems like they're adding another event, which is the ads. So this seems to be like an Olympia event. And so it's for people who want to scale with ads. And so it's almost like a networking event with like bigger dogs in the room, which is really cool. And so that's what he uses his email to do. I mean, he doesn't really typically talk about his live events on YouTube, at least not that I know of. Or maybe he just wasn't making YouTube videos that consistently when the client Ascension event was happening. But some other emails that I kind of wanted to draw attention to is these three. So I want to just talk about like how much straight heat he just drops in his emails. So this one, for example, he literally gives you a Google Sheet to track inputs. And I guarantee you this probably is something that he gives people in Client Ascension, or that maybe it's like a beta resource or something from Client Ascension. And so it's literally a sheet that you can use to start tracking inputs today and start building, like streaks basically. Because he just said, he literally like goes on this whole monologue and is like, yeah, like you should basically build a streak. And it's pretty cool. And also another thing I need to commend him for is how like every single one of his emails, when you read it, if you watch his videos, you can read the emails in his voice. And that's because he writes his own emails himself. And that is something that not enough people do. Like a lot of people will have an email list, and then they'll hire like a crappy copywriter to write their emails, and it just comes out really bad. And some people who even do write their emails themselves still, like the emails just aren't that good. Like they're just, unfortunately, they're just not that good. And it's so sad, but it's only a few email lists that I've subscribed to that are actually pretty good. And this one is definitely one of them. This is one of the ones that I look forward to reading very regularly. And so this is another one where he just drops straight heat. And then obviously, this is advertising, talks about case study video that's part of the funnel. And then, yeah, I mean, that's the only link in this email list. And then I wanted to go down to this video. So this is the last video that I wanted to show. And that's to say that here at the bottom, he has like 3 different buttons. Before he had it, now he doesn't have it anymore. And I'm guessing he probably got rid of it because either it wasn't converting as much, or maybe it was hurting deliverabilities, because all these things are links. And so, yeah, this email is also pretty cool. It's a email talking about the best platform for signing clients. Surprise, surprise, it's YouTube. But yeah, that's pretty much like Daniel and his funnel. It's very simple. It's YouTube focused. I mean, he talks about YouTube a lot. He talks about how great it is, because it really is. And so I would recommend you watch his content. He's a wise guy. He's a wise man. Watch his content. Do everything he says. And I mean, shit, who knows where you'll be. And so I actually wanted to end the video off with this tweet that Daniel Fazio made summer of this year, where he basically said that the highest ROI activities that he does daily is to make content, and content accounts for 90% of his deals, which is a large number. That means that he has been able to quite literally 10x his income by posting content. That means if he didn't post content, he would only have 10% of the current deals that he has, which is 10 times less than the current money that he's making. So right now he just scaled to $1 million a month. He would be making $100K a month instead of $1 million a month, which is absolutely insane. So it's kind of crazy how much leverage one can get with content. And yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I'm excited for the next video. Tomorrow's video, I'm going to be talking about the 7 steps you can take as an online coach to dominate YouTube in 2025. And I'll see you tomorrow.